So, do you remember the time that the United States, Sweden, and the Kingdom of Sicily fought against a bunch of pirates? Yeah, that happened. 2 separate times. But this was a conflict largely fought by the United States, as the other 2 nations largely dropped out after a few years. This conflict was rather significant, as not only was it the first time that the United States sent troops on another continent, but it resulted in the oldest, non-broken friendship treaty between the United States and another nation. This was the Barbary Wars. But before going into the wars themselves, you may be wondering where exactly these pirates came from. As when most people think of pirates, they assume action in the Caribbean, or a trilogy of movies. But these pirates operated out of North Africa and had done so for centuries. This region was referred to as the Barbary Coast to the Europeans from the 16th century onward, and had been derived from the indigenous Berber people following the 1500s and the Ottoman conquest of the region. The region was largely divided into 3 entities of the Algerians, Tunis, and Tripolitania. The piracy thrived on the competition among European powers. France encouraged them against Spain, and later Britain and the Dutch supported them against France. For this reason, even when a nation had naval dominance in the Mediterranean, no power was particularly strict on the activity and it was never really enforced. The English and later British managed to get a long-standing treaties of protection from the ship raids. During the American Revolutionary War, the pirates attacked American ships as they were no longer under British or French protection. On December the 20th of 1777, Morocco's Sultan Muhammad III declared that merchant ships of the new American nation would be under the protection of the Sultanate and could enjoy safe passage into the Mediterranean. The Moroccan-American Treaty of Friendship stands as America's oldest unbroken friendship treaty with a foreign power. Following the American Revolution, the US had disbanded its navy due to cost, but rebuilt one in the late 1790s due to the constant raids, and the US was paying over $1 million annually in tribute to the Berber states, amounting to over 10% of the budget of the new nation. Upon Thomas Jefferson winning the presidency, he stood fast in his refusal to pay tribute, and ordered a squadron of American frigates to guard American merchant ships in the Mediterranean. This resulted in the Algerian Day unofficially declaring war against the US, and the First Barbary War erupted. Naval action was largely cited towards the US, as they were assisted by Sicilian bases and support, and the blockade of the Tripoli coast ensued. However, direct action against the capital Tripoli didn't occur for a few years, until the Battle of Derna in 1805. Lieutenant William Eaton, with 8 US Marines and 500 mercenaries, marched overland from Alexandria and attacked Tripoli, with his men taking the city after an afternoon of fighting, essentially ending the war. Derna was significant in that it was the first land battle of the United States on foreign soil post-independence. It also showed that America could execute a war far from home, and that American forces had the cohesion to fight together as Americans. It also permanently put in place the United States Navy and Marines as a standing force. Peace didn't last for very long though, and the Algerians started to raid American shipping again by 1807. It wasn't until 1815 that American vessels were sent back into the region, however, as the war against the British kind of occupied most of their focus. Another squadron of warships were sent out, destroyed the Barbary forces, and forced the Dey of Algeria to stop raiding American shipping, and piracy as a whole in the region largely came to an end, as no major European wars occurred following Napoleon's defeat for decades. With the French invasion of Algeria in 1830 putting one of the final nails in the coffin for the once powerful Berber pirates. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to learn about the French invasion of Algeria in 1830, click on the video card that I have here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.